You know, standing here reminds me of the wise words of Sir David Attenborough. He said, "It seems to me that the natural world is the greatest source of excitement, the greatest source of visual beauty, the greatest source of intellectual interest." Absolutely stunning.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to this well-designed holiday home. This home was designed by Sergio, Chinelli, a renowned architect that has built some of the most exceptional properties in and around South Africa, and particularly in this estate. Situated in Helderfontein Estates, consisting of 5 bedrooms, 5.5 bathrooms, spanning over 1,700 square meters and 670 square meters under roof. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to this Bushveld Contemporary piece of architecture.
The site is incredibly long and thin. We're a sort of rectangular site. Luckily, it faces due north as well. So we had to try and stretch the house out as much as possible to try and make sure that every single room in the house actually gets that beautiful northern sun. And similarly, make sure that every room in the house faces this beautiful green belt view. So we tried to turn our back on the neighbors around us. So you'll notice on this back side behind us here, we have very small amounts of windows and glass, and on the front where we've got the green belt in front here, we've got the garden, the green belt. We really want to open up the house in tiny, so it's literally just a wall of glass on the northern side. Hi, I'm Sergio from Sergio Chinelli Architects. I started my practice in 2004. And next year in January, we'll be celebrating 20 years of private practice, specializing in modern contemporary houses, specifically very luxury homes for very discerning clients. And I was the lead architect for this beautiful home.
So as we enter the property, we welcome onto the entrance lobby. On this side, we have a 2-car garage. Looking right in front of me, we have a beautiful TV room that's separated by this beautiful design. So as we leave the entrance lobby, we have these stairs that take us down to this ground level right here, which is the main living space of this entire home. As we come this side, we have these beautiful landscape windows that bring in so much natural light from the south side. As we continue, we have these beautifully created sofas, a nice rug that complements the space. Here we have a nice wood paneling, and then we have a marble that surrounds the panel of the woods, as well as a fireplace on this side. So on this side of the house, we have a beautiful dining table finished in a wood, lovely wood oak, and then we have these 10-seater upholstery chairs that complement the space, that go with the floor as well. On the side, we have a custom light on this high volume ceiling.
Can you describe the architecture of this home?
Okay, so if we start with the plan of the home, let's say the general form of the home. So it's made up of sort of two elongated rectangular forms that are separated by a concrete box gutter. And so if you think of two boxes like that, we then put mono-pitched roofs on these two parallel rectangular forms. And so these mono-pitched roofs then gesture up towards the north, and that allows us to run high-level clear-story windows directly under the roof, and that brings in incredible northern light underneath the roof. So where we're situated currently now in the open plan area, you'll see if you look up into the volume, right at the top you'll see a high-level clear-story window there. This is quite a deep space, so we don't get as much direct northern sun, but then that window allows us to bring in that northern sun
From the top, yeah.
quite a sneaky little trick, bring in the sun right up from the top, and then it's quite a powerful light effect as well.
Right now we are on the open courtyard. We have a stunning pond on this side, beautifully manicured garden, and the whole reason for this pond to be this side and this courtyard is to actually bring ventilation into the property from the south side into the north side of the property, which kind of brings the outside inside and the inside outside when you're in this space. So as we leave this open courtyard, we step back into the property, and on this side we have the kitchen area. Right here we have a window lighting that brings in some light on this side. The architect, one thing about this property is he uses a lot of windows to bring in light into the property. We have the cabinetry on this side, we have these hidden handles here, and on this side we have a pantry area, beautifully hidden behind this unique color palette that they used on the cabinetry. Moving forward, we have Miele microwave, Miele stove. On this side we have a coffee table, and on this side we have a double fridge Miele appliance. Heading back to this side, we have a hanging Miele extractor, and then we have a 5-burner Miele appliance as well on this side, with a white countertop that complements the space. And then on this side we have, of course, more cabinetry. We have this sunken sink on this side with a beautiful Blanco, beautifully finished in this matte black. Heading on to this side, we have another coffee table where you can make some toast, cup of tea, coffee, that sort of thing. So stepping into the scullery area, on this side we have a washer and a dryer that are both Miele appliances. We have the same white countertops that we have in the main kitchen on that side. On this side, that white countertop finishes as well, more cabinetry. And on this side we have a dishwasher with the sink as well. There's no space on this lower level that feels dark or dull or anything like that. As well, if you're washing the dishes, you can look into the Bushveld on this side, the green belt, and it's just it's a lovely space.
So in this open plan where we've got the kitchen dining lounge, we've got these massive multi-track sliding doors, so that when it's open, you're really eroding the barrier between what's inside and outside. So you really feel like you are outside even though you're inside. And we placed sliding doors in the courtyard behind us, also as a passive cooling element. So when all these doors are open, you get incredible cross ventilation pulling through, and that passively cools the house down.
We have the outdoor kitchen, as you would say. We have the Snowmaster cooler. We have a beautiful sink here finished in black, and then we have the same sort of white countertop that we saw in the kitchen. And then on this side we have a gas braai area with this massive extractor bringing out the smoke. And then of course we have the cabinetry finished in the sort of cabinetry we saw inside of the kitchen space. So as we leave this sort of outside kitchen, we have this 12-seater woven chairs around with a dining table finish in a concrete finish, which complements the outdoor space. Leading onto this side, we have more of like a lounge area with this sectional lounge space from the sofas. Very comfortable. They look very comfortable. I can imagine just being on the outside, looking at the green belt on this side and having a swim. Stepping to the outside of this property, we have the stunning decking on the side. We have a 10-meter pool running across the entire part of this outside area. We have this stunning landscape of the property that's literally overlooking the green belt of this property.
So please describe the location that we find ourselves in and how it has affected the design of this home.
Okay, so the site's situated in Helderfontein Estate, and as discussed, as I said earlier, it is located in front of a green belt. So that green belt was critical for us in terms of our design process. Our design ethos in 3 words is nature-inspired architecture. And so with that, every decision that was made was based around how do we capture the beauty of this green belt. So I was actually also responsible for the landscape layout for the house, and I was quite strategic in how it was designed. I made sure that the landscape design formed an integral part of what was happening with the architecture of the house. So the two were communicating with each other, interacting with each other. So for example, if we have a corner window that's creating diagonal views through to the outside garden, then we would strategically place a tree or a bush of significance, a focal point in the garden that you would then see from the window to the outside. Then obviously on the south side of the property where we need privacy, we made sure that we selected bushes and shrubs that would grow to a certain height and give us the screening we need so that eventually we're not looking at any neighbors. But most importantly, on the greenbelt side, there the concept was that we plant trees, shrubs in such a way that when the garden becomes established, it erodes the barrier between the greenbelt and the garden, such that one day you'll walk out into the garden and you will be convinced that the whole greenbelt is your back garden.
Yeah.
So as we leave the pergola, we step into the guest bedroom of this property, the only one on this lower level. As you step in, you have these L-shaped doors and windows that bring in tandem light from the north side, of course, which are literally looking onto the green belt. It feels like you are living in the green belt itself. You have these massive high ceilings, you have the pedestals on the both sides, you have the reading lamps, you've got the light walls with the light floors that complement each other lovely. Of course, on this side you have a makeup area. It could be a study area, whatever you prefer, but overall this space just is unique, lovely. Stepping into the bathroom, we have this frameless shower on this side, massive shower head. We have the linear drainage on that side. We have this floating vanity on this side with the same sort of countertop that we saw in the kitchen and the outside bright area. We have this massive bathtub, and then of course we have this windows that head out. Something as well to note is this sort of tile that looks like a marble that's been platted on the outside of the bathroom. We have this walk-in sort of closet with the same cabinetry that we saw in the kitchen, but with a lighter green tone, and it looks lovely. It complements the space, light colors, the light furniture. Overall, nice space. So leaving the guest bedroom, we're stepping into the TV room that we mentioned as we walked into the property at the beginning. On this side, we have these beautiful textured wallpaper that complement the space. On this side, we have textured sofas, which are incredibly beautiful. I love the design of these sofas. I think one of these days I should get one for myself as well. We have these nice coffee tables on this side, and then on this side we have sort of a marble. On the outside we have this wooden paneling, as well as cabinetry that goes down below, and then of course a couch that complements the space on this side. So transitioning through, we have this screening area that divides the TV room and the entrance hall. You have these beautiful panels, these steel panels that go down, similar to the design we see on the outside of the property, as well as that marble finish. And we have this floating shelf that goes through. And then of course we're back into the entrance lobby. On this side we have the guest bathroom. Stepping into the guest bathroom, we have this beautiful dark marble tile that complements the space lovely. You have this unique light fixture as you walk in, kind of makes a statement. And on this side, we have this floating vanity that we saw in the guest bedroom as well. And of course, we have this transparent glass that separates the vanities from the loo on this side. But overall, this is a lovely space, beautiful large mirror. It kind of makes a statement when you walk into this bathroom. But let's leave the space, enter the entrance lobby. We're going to head up these beautiful staircases and we'll check out the bedrooms upstairs. So as we reach the top level of this property, we have this beautiful glass balustrade that brings us up. On this side, we have a study area with stunning curated furniture that complements the space. On this side, we have a front balcony that looks at the driveway, that also brings in some natural light from the south side as well. Leading onto this space, we have a pajama lounge. This pajama lounge could either be converted into a bedroom, or you could keep it as is, because it's en suite as well. You've got stunning fed-tucked furniture on this side, nice study table, this coffee table, as well as a floating cabinetry and the TV mounted to the space. You've got the high ceilings as well, and then on this side you have the balcony that's literally overlooking the pond on that side and the green belt.
And on the first floor as well, on the topic of energy efficiency, you'll notice every single balcony is also covered with a concrete slab. Now that concrete slab also, the way it works is in winter, our sun angle is incredibly low. And as such, the sun rays then pull in just underneath that overhang into the room, causing a greenhouse effect and passively heating those bedrooms in winter. Then the inverse is also true. In summertime, when the sun angle is very high in the sky, that overhang then creates a shadow over the glass sliding doors, blocking a lot of that UV light, and then it passively cools the rooms as well.
When we come back into this space, we have the bathroom that is dedicated to this space. You have a lovely marble tile finish, floating vanity, sort of the same finishes that we saw from the guest bathroom downstairs. So stepping back into the hallway, this is more of a catwalk because you have this double volume experience. It's more of an experience than just a hallway. You can look onto the living area, the kitchen, the dining space, that sort of thing. But this is the second bedroom upstairs, and let's take a look at it. So stepping into the second bedroom on this side, you have a lovely room with double single beds on this side. You've got a lovely cabinetry on this side with the similar sort of cabinetry that we saw downstairs. Lovely headboards, pedestals, and on this side you have more or less of a study space. And then on that side we have the balcony that also looks onto the green belt. Coming into the bathroom, you have this sliding door, which was well designed. It slides in, so you don't have a pivot door that which consumes a lot of space, which is very smart of the architect. As well, you have this floating vanity. You've got the water closet on this side. You've got the similar sort of marble tile all around, shower with the marble slab that really complements the space. So let's step back into the hallway. We have another section on this side. This could be more of like a coffee station. You can install your coffee machine, microwaves, that sort of thing, if you want to go up and down the staircase. And then you have that similar sort of palettes that we saw in the kitchen, with beautiful cabinetry all around. So in this side we have the third bedroom, which is basically identical copy to the room we just saw. They're just facing in different direction.
talking about some of the principles that you've used to design this, tell us about your company and what one would expect when coming to you to design a home for them.
Okay, so obviously I think the site is so specific to us. Obviously the client's requirements are equally important. We need to understand who they are as people, how they live. For example, do they love cooking? Do they love entertaining? Then the emphasis is more on the entertainment area and so on. But it really does come down to site conditions for me. What's special about the site? Is there a view? Is there a nice garden? What's the slope of the land? Can we use the slope of the land to our advantage? Where is the sun in terms of where does it rise and set? Those are all parameters that then we use to actually guide our design. They're almost fundamental principles.
Yeah.
That then it's like a roadmap to the end result.
So in front of me right now is the main attraction, the main bedroom. Stepping into the main bathroom of this bedroom, on the side we have a double vanity. We've got double mirrors for his and hers. We've got that similar sort of marble tile that goes all around, and then you have the custom light features, and then we've got a freestanding bathtub as well as a standing tap that really complements the space. Of course, we've got this soft rug, which I'm really enjoying, and then on this side we have a separated water loo and shower on this side. Stepping back into the bedroom, on this side you have your walk-in closet. It has its own pocket doors. Of course, it's magnificent space, and then you have the skylight that brings in more light into here. So you don't really need lights in this bedroom unless it's in the evening. But stepping back into the main space and where the magic happens, we have this stunning wallpaper that is textured that feels amazing. We have this massive headboard, as well as beautiful, stunning pedestals on the side with marble finishes. As well, we've got seating area with a nice piece of art that complements the space. And then, of course, we have this stunning floating cabinetry, as well as like a sort of makeup area that you can appreciate. So stepping onto the patio of this main bedroom, you have two seatings here, his and her, overlooking the green belt of this property, looking at the pool, overlooking the architecture of your house, what you've succeeded in life, your achievement. Overall, just a nice view to appreciate every single morning when you wake up. But stick around to see the night shots of this property. They are stunning, they are amazing, and you're definitely going to appreciate them. If you've made it this far in this video, we appreciate your viewership. We want to give a special thanks to Sergio Chinelli for allowing us to tour his amazing project. I want to give a big thanks to the owners as well for allowing us access to this amazing house to showcase to you guys. If you guys liked what you saw, please definitely subscribe, share, and please share this with your friends and family. And if you guys have some comments, definitely leave them down below. And another big special thanks we want to give to is Thobela Cars for allowing us to roll in style today with the Aston Martin Vantage we have outside. If you guys want to see more of these tours, definitely stick around, and we'll see you guys on the next one.